Good morning, my friends. It's your old pal, PeaceLoveMusic, with another episode of the Let's Go Morning Show. It is January 6th, Monday morning. We've been out of action for about a week. We hope you all had a nice time off for the holidays, and you're having a joyous and blessed new year so far. We're really excited about things to come in the space, and we're happy with where things are going. And we love all of you, our audience, tuning in every day to see us. What is up, Squidfin? How are you today, brother? I hope you've been keeping yourself well informed in our absence. We're back in action. We took a little bit of time off. I feel really good. Got a little bit of a break. Got some time to think about some things and calculate where we're going. And very positive about the future of DeOrganized, about Stacks and Bitcoin and the ecosystem and where everything's going. I'm super bullish. With that said, friendly reminder, we are a news and information outfit. We are providing information and educational opportunities only. We are not financial advisors. This is not financial advice. Always do your own research and never make your investment decisions based on my opinion about anything. I often get it wrong, and even when I get it right, my timing might be wrong. So always do your own research and get yourself educated on how to do more research and make good decisions for yourself. There's opportunities out there to learn how to read the charts, or figure out how to use AI, or learning more about the GameFi aspect of things and all of that right here on the content we're producing on DeOrganized. The numbers for the day look really good, especially from where we were a week ago. Bitcoin coming in at over 99,000 at 99,128 just before broadcast. Stacks coming in at $1.78, pushing up from 55 to number 51 by market cap on CoinMarketCap as of this morning. Fear and Greed Index has moved to 60, into the greed range. Was hanging around in neutral last week, and the top three gainers on CoinMarketCap for the past 24 hours are SPX 6900, which Stacksy told me about a couple weeks ago, and I wish I had listened to her more earnestly than I did, because obviously that's ripping. Injective and BTT. I'm not sure a whole lot about BTT. Friendly reminder, my friends, when you stack your STX, you earn yield in Bitcoin. Make sure you tell your friends. This is a huge advantage that people kind of skim past when they're looking at Stacks and all the cool things it does. You've got smart contracts on Bitcoin. You've got all the DeFi stuff that it offers. You've got tons of stuff going on Stacks, now SBTC and bridging runes and all of that. But fundamentally speaking, it's smart contracts on Bitcoin. And when you stack your STX, you earn Bitcoin yield just by securing the network. That alone is a game changer that most people are missing out on. Stacks calendar for the day, and some of these events might be subject to change. The only thing on the calendar for the day is the Find to Earn Gold Coin show at 10 a.m. But I know that there's also a Rubes. Rubes is hosting a special Spaces AMA with Munib, the CEO of Trust Machines and founder of Stacks, coming out to talk to the community at 10 a.m. today. I will be tuning into that. I think I will be on the panel. There'll be a panel of guests. And if you are interested in asking some questions, come on out and join us at 10 a.m. today. And I'll have to talk to Hero about adjusting the schedule, because it looks like the calendar hasn't been updated since the new year. So we'll talk about that soon. And where did I go? Now, just a friendly reminder from our friends. We are sponsored by two great projects on here, and one of them, my friends, is Hermetica. If you are into Bitcoin and looking to earn some solid yield, you have to check out Hermetica. They've got USDH, Bitcoin-backed stablecoin that's not just stable, but earns up to 25% yield. Head on over to Hermetica.fi, stake your USDH, and start earning immediately. It's that easy. Go check it out now at Hermetica.fi. 25% yield on dollar stablecoins is insane, my friends. That's bananas. It really is great. And just so if you're having a hard time finding it, or you can't spell Hermetica, you can scan this QR code right here and it'll bring you right to the Hermetica page, and you can start earning on US dollar stablecoins backed by Bitcoin with a huge yield. Great stuff. Check it out. Solana has outpaced Ethereum and Base combined, which is kind of the same thing, in 24-hour DEX trading volume. That's very significant, though. Bernstein analysts predict Bitcoin to hit 200K in 2025, 70 billion in spot ETF inflows, and stablecoins will surpass $500 billion. That's Bernstein Financial. I think they're a broker, an analyst as well. Really, those are good numbers. I don't think that they're outside of the realm of possibility by any stretch. According to those financial advisors, go check them out. 2024 ended with a record 44.2 billion in global crypto inflows, nearly 4 times the 2021 record, 4 times the inflow record of 2021. So maybe we'll see a 4x from the prior all-time high. Who knows? 4x from the prior all-time high puts us around 250K for Bitcoin. Not financial advice. 4x from 2021. Bitcoin led with 38 billion. That's 29% of the AUM. And while Ethereum surged late, hitting 4.8 billion for the year in inflows. RFK Jr. says Bitcoin is a currency of freedom, and I couldn't agree more. It gives transparency to the government and a hedge against inflation. Oh, but it's used to launder money. You know, just for the record, when people say that, the number one currency used to commit crimes globally is the US dollar. Polymarket users predict a 28% chance of Trump creating a national Bitcoin reserve in the first 100 days of his presidency. 14 days left until a pro-Bitcoin president-elect takes office. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin says a soft pause on available global computing power could be a way to slow down AI development in the case of a possibly harmful form of AI superintelligence. But wouldn't the superintelligence know this and maybe circumvent our capacity to do that before it makes itself known? South Korea's Jeju Island is reportedly planning to issue NFT tourist cards in a bid to boost visitation by the country's younger generations. That's really interesting. It's all mainstream. It's not mainstream widespread adoption this cycle, I don't think, personally. I think we still got to get all of the institutions to get in there. But that's pretty interesting stuff. U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs bought around 6,751 Bitcoin in the first week of January 2025. While only 3,150 were mined on average. That means double. That's a double from where we are right now on demand currently. More than double. 250K. A Trump-led Bitcoin rally could wane ahead of the FOMC meeting on January 29th, says 10 Times Research founder and ex-research founder Marcus Tylen. Bitcoin fell nearly 15% to around $92,800 after the FOMC meeting on December 18th, where it trimmed the number of 2025 projected interest rate cuts from 5 to 2. That's some interesting stuff as well. With SBTC now live, don't miss the Surge 2 campaign on Alex. Alex is, again, one of our generous sponsors on this show today. Rewards have been doubled to 2 million Alex for Surge liquidity providers. Some of the best yields on stacks for SBTC and meme coins will be found on the Alex Surge, so be sure to check it out. It's running, I think they have another week or so for you to get into the yield, to deposit into the yield, to earn yield. So go check it out, and you can actually head over to the QR code right there or at app.alexlab.co/surge and start participating in that. Stacksy second mint is now live on gamma.io. The STXY NFT, over half of them are minted. You should head over to gamma.io and get one now before they are all minted out, and support one of the community members that supports all of the projects on Stacks. I understand that this is a little bit spicy, and we can't see what it is until you guys mint one. So I've already got mine. Why haven't you gotten yours? Again, another shout out to huge congratulations to Zenitron and the team for smashing success on the Skullcoin on-chain play to earn game. The community has been very engaged in this. It's a new paradigm of collective gaming with encrypted NFTs, and just the whole process is really interesting. You should head over to skullco.in and check it out now. Check out DeOrganized.media when you can. We are still building that out. It's in very early stages. Huge shout out to Trip and Monkey for all the work he's been contributing on that. And I feel actually I'm slacking on my side of helping get that built out as rapidly as it could be, because he's just been iterating real fast. So we're working on it. That's all I have to say about it. But thank you, Trip, for all you've been doing, man. And Zero Authority DAO has crushed 2024. They had 131 gigs, 100 bounties completed at zeroauthority.xyz. There are currently 5 active bounties on ZA, including bounties for Flat Earth. Oh, actually, I don't think that's still there. I think that got completed. There's GPSC has one, Rap Nothing, Fact.fun, and Moon Labs. Head over to zeroauthority.xyz now. Participate in some bounties and gigs and help support our ecosystem while earning some STX and Stack SIP and tokens. And also, if you are interested, we have created a devs test team, tester QA community on X to help test out new projects and poke around on stuff for devs that are building that need a little bit of community input and assistance in testing out their stuff. So you can actually DM me at PeaceLoveMusicG on X, and we'll get you added to that group. And it's a little slow right now through the holidays, but I'm sure that we'll have some people that are looking to test out some stuff soon, and we'll have more opportunities there to test some stuff out on there. So that is the news for the day. Thank you all so much for the constant support. What's up, Stacks Africa? What if nobody famous? Good morning, and Reese, how are you today, my brother? And we're back in swing. We have Stacksy in action with the Stacksy's weekly recap brought to us by Rucoin. I will be right back, or I'm going to drop out, and Stacksy will be right back with us momentarily.
Hello, guys. First of all, Happy New Year's. I hope you all celebrated great. And it's our first weekly Stacks recap this year. I remember we all started the year with a live on DeOrganized. It was pretty cool to tune in with a few friends from all over the world and see how everyone's celebrating. And yeah, let's dive right in. So, the Stacks ecosystem experienced a very productive year with lots of ups and downs, as the ecosystem saw a pre-halving all-time high in price, but then surged with some delays in the rollout of the Nakamoto upgrade, and a series of rugs and hacks that saw some members of the community take substantial losses. We also saw many projects launch successfully and iterate on new features that bring value and stability to the ecosystem. With the launch of Nakamoto and fast blocks on Stacks, and the rollout of the BTC 1-to-1 SBTC SIP10 token, we can definitely say that Stacks achieved several important milestones in 2024. In Q3, Stacks ecosystem ranked in the top 10 by developer growth among crypto ecosystems, with at least 150 plus developers. According to the data provided by Electric Capital, Stacks ranked 7th overall with 32% increase in developers building on the platform in Q3 2024. EZA played a big role in this growth by onboarding record numbers of developers to their Building on Bitcoin hackathon. With the completion of the Nakamoto upgrade, bringing faster transaction speeds, and developments like SBTC and the BitFlow Runes bridge, bringing liquidity to the chain, we expect this trend to continue in 2024. As a response to some community feedback that the core entities on Stacks need to have better communication with the community, Munib has coordinated a broad public AMA space hosted by community leader Roops, the developer of the LeoCoin and STX tools, with a panel of community members discussing how we can broaden and strengthen the community channels between the core devs, apps, and the community. That's happening later today. Don't miss it. It's going to be important. Also, there's a new bonding curve in town. Rafa and team have successfully launched a new bonding curve token launch platform on Stacks. The platform allows users to create SIP10 tokens on Stacks and launch in a bonding curve to build up liquidity before launching on a DEX of the developer's choice. Developers can choose to launch on Valor, Alex, or Charisma upon completion of the bonding curve. It's always good to see competition provide opportunity for users in the marketplace, as this is our second launch marketplace. Oh my god, no, you understand, launching platform. And lastly, I wanted to say a big thank you to the leather team, as I have gotten my merch today, which is pretty dope. It says Unhinged Unchained. I don't know if you can see it. And I've got a bag as well. It says secure the bag. It's super cool. And they've also put like a super sweet like leather cabal card, which says, "Jim, you're the bold creative force we need to make Bitcoin fun. Welcome to the leather cabal." I think that's pretty cute, and I absolutely love the sweater. It also has like a cool logo here. I don't know if you can see it. And what else? From on behalf of the community, I want to obviously say that we're all looking forward to the launch of Leather's mobile app version, and I can't wait to test it out. I'm pretty sure since it's taking so long time, they are building something like extraordinary, and we will all have like fun using it. I also want to say today we have the Skullcoin space where we're like weekly on Mondays. It's gonna be like right after the AMA with me. We're gonna play onboarding, fun to earn games, which are super easy. And if you haven't played yet, please join. Because yeah, I'll teach you how, and it's really cool to hang out and play these games together, and maybe even win some stacks or stacks meme coins. And lastly, I also wanted to say thank you, Peace, for mentioning that already. I have my NFT art collection minting at the moment. There's 20 pieces left. Please buy it for the art. It's not like an AI generated thing. I actually spent a lot of time and thought into designing it, and there will be photographs of me merged with digital arts in a Stacks theme. So I hope you will like them, and they're still not revealed, so 20 more to go until you guys can finally see it. And actually, I don't like. I just really want you guys to see it and tell me what you think. And that's all from me today. And I come back next Monday for another weekly Stacks recap brought to you by Ruth.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Stacksy. I love hearing the weekly recap from you every week. It really helps kind of get everything, kind of remind us.
I was a bit nervous today. I don't know why. Maybe because we had such a long break. I mean, 1 week break.
You know what, though? It does take you, it becomes less routine the less you do it. You know, same thing, the more you do it. That's why.
No, actually today, because like, remember we wanted to mirror the video so it's not opposite. So when I look at it and it's opposite, it is a little bit confusing.
Right, because when you move, so right now I'm turning my head.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, I'm not in the center, and then I move here. I'm like, okay, no, I have to move here.
Right,
and then it throws me off, but it's okay. I mean, we're just doing this for our people.
Yeah,
so.
we're always just keep working, right? We're always working on our processes. We're always getting better. I can't believe this is the first time we've ever actually said, hey, why don't we flip Stacksy around so we can see her merch?
Yeah, like I'm trying to get up so you guys can see my leather merch. Here we go. Wait.
I want to give a shout out to leather too. I'm not a big hat guy. I don't wear hats a lot because I look like this.
Let's go. We should take
I get my whistle. Now I'm a football coach and I start getting angry and loud. It's just not good. But we are all Satoshi, although it says it backwards in mine. Leather.
Awesome. Like I love our leather theme today. Cool. And by the way, speaking about merch, guys, if anyone's listening, you guys know I have a merch store with all kinds of Stacks stuff in it. It hasn't been like too much new stuff like that I've been like uploading there because right now like the market isn't really like exciting, so no one really. I did have a few orders actually, some Welsh orders for Welsh t-shirts and stuff. But guys, if you want to add your project or any kind of t-shirt with your favorite token, your favorite NFT, or anything else, let me know because I'm just gonna add it to the collection. There's a mixed collection, and you can purchase like whatever you want. Like I can design it for you. Let me know.
How do you get to that? What's the website for your merch store?
Oh man, I always like it's called Welsh Corgi Brand.
Welsh Corgi Brand.
That's how I started 1 year ago. I did it in January. It was the official merch store, and then I just kept adding stuff from other from other communities as well. So it's all Stacks ecosystem.
Yeah, I gotta finish designing the T-shirt that I want you to throw on the store because like I mean it's definitely awesome to have like a nice community hub to where everybody can go and like get different merch from different communities and Stacks. You know, I think people are sleeping on that right now. I think it's awesome. I had this idea to create like an on-chain like merch store, but for now, go check out Stacksy's merch store. It's the best we got right now, and you can get like Stacks Invaders. Like what all do you have?
I think Dave's hitting on. I think Dave's hitting on GPSC.
What's he saying?
He says, "Who is this absolutely beautiful human on this stream?"
Yeah, must be you guys.
It could. Well, it could be me, I guess.
Cool.
No, he's definitely putting that towards Stacksy.
What was that?
I couldn't hear you guys. Did you say something?
I didn't hear what you guys were both talking, so I didn't hear what either one of you said.
GPS. What did he say?
I said he said non-Stacksy, like he, you know. He said absolutely beautiful human. We all know who he's talking about.
It was me.
Steve.
Thanks, Dave. I like you too, man. No.
By the way, I'm sorry, it's not Stacks related. You were speaking about SPX. Oh my god.
Nothing has to be Stacks related. I love Stacks. Don't get me wrong.
I'm absolutely blown away. Like I invested like in November. It's already done over 100%, and it's just the narrative for me. I sold a lot of bags that I had and just bought more because I just love the narrative of flipping in the stock market, and I think that's something that a lot of people will understand. Like all the noobs, they will understand. Okay, we have SP 500, and this is SP whatever, like a parody on the real one, you know. And it's a meme coin. It's badass if we overthrow the stock market. So everyone's gonna get it. You know, it has some purpose, and I think it's pretty dope.
Yeah,
so we're part of the community now, so they're just as crazy as we Welshies used to be.
It was Mirad that turned you on to that, right?
Yeah, I mean, no, actually back then I didn't know him yet, so I just saw his speech, like, and it made sense to me because like the narrative was just incredible. So I bought some SPX and Giga in November, and obviously now just like getting to know the community and like seeing how it performs, I was just like, okay, I have so much bags that like do nothing and are way too safe, and I don't like it safe. So I'm like, okay, Just spot buy SPX more.
Well, I mean, that's how you do it. You know, you find the thing is the trick, all right, is on these projects, and I know I'm not super familiar with all the stuff that they're building on there. I've only seen the price action. I only heard about it because you told me about it a few weeks back, and I wish I had actually had more.
I don't think it's late because we still have a whole year to go.
No,
And
I don't think it's late either.
How I feel it, like being in there and seeing everything, because I have that on. I'm in the Cabal chat now as well. They're going places. I think it's gonna be the dodge of this cycle. Like I think Murad is actually right with everything he's saying.
Yeah, it's definitely some interesting stuff. When Dave on live stream, Dave, we're DM best buddies now. So you let me know when you want to come on. You can come on, man.
Only now? It's been like so long. You're only best buddies now.
We have only actually. So I commented on something, and Dave messaged me, and he's like, the other day, we haven't actually DM'd until like a couple days ago at all. We've just talked in all this stuff. That's the first time Dave and I have DM'd.
Okay, what was the cause? What was the reason that made that happen?
I think there were some people in a space talking about Stacks. It wasn't a Stacks community specific space, and one of the guys in the space is one of the BitcoinLive guys, and he shouted me out in a comment on the space. How are we talking about Stacks without GPS, without PeaceLoveMusic in here? And I was like, well, it was Dave, Wagme, and Reese all talking on Stacks, so we were fine. Like we didn't need me, and I just shouted them out. And
that's amazing. But now I'm like, why did Dave not think about me either?
Oh yeah, damn. Well, I don't know. There was already Reese and Wagme, right? You wouldn't want the stage to get crowded.
It's okay. We should represent, as much as we can.
Well, it wasn't Dave's space either,
Yeah, I know. Like
yeah, that was the first time we DM'd. So yeah, now the ice is broken. Dave's gonna be a regular on here too.
Oh God, I hope not.
GP, what's up, man? How's your weekend been?
Dude, it's been good. It's been really busy. I got a little bit of rest. It was good. It was nice to take a little break. And I just got my new account verified. So, getting back to it, man. It's good. I've got a lot to ship in the next couple weeks here. I've been working on the Rue meme collab for a little bit with Teflon Musk. Also working on another collection for the XRP guys, and one for the Honey Badgers on STX too. So there's a lot going on. I'm going to be extra busy for the next few weeks trying to build an account while trying to ship all these new collections. So yeah, it's been really cool, man. Also doing some like charity work with the dog pool coin, Peggy. So it's been a blast, man. Getting to know a whole bunch of new founders in the ecosystem.
Question though. Oh, sorry.
I was just saying he's so. I mean, thank you for making the time to help us out too, because he's also an admin on the DeOrganized project now too, helping us with learning how to run the shows, so we can maybe help get more coverage on some of this.
I just wanted to say, like, do you have any news on your old account, or is it gone like forever? There's really nothing you can do.
So at this point, it looks like I'm going to have to build a new account. I'm not getting anything back other than like automated messaging saying, hey, I broke some of the rules, terms and services and stuff like that on my old account, and they won't provide me with which specific post it was that did it. So at this point, I'm just preparing to start building a new account completely.
Oh man, I'm like
terrified. And your handle now, current actual active handle is at GPSC_BTC.
Yes, and it was, so my old one was GPSC_STX, and the new one is GPSC_BTC. So Hopefully people see that I'm not really posting from that account, maybe go click to see what's going on and see that it's been suspended and they're able to find my new one. So, I've made a lot of good connections in the last year and, grown a lot. So hopefully I can, those some of those same people find this new account. I could use everybody's help. So definitely appreciate all the OG support that I'm getting from you guys. Hashtag free GPSC, man.
Seriously, we need, I mean, it is what it is, and it's happened to a lot of people. And ironically, like out of nowhere, I'm not sure why, where last night, literally, I'm scrolling through my X feed, and suddenly I'm getting porn, like straight porn, like come-ons, like chicks doing stuff, not dressed. Like it's not even just risky. It's like I'm like, why am I getting? How is this coming all across? And the first thing that came to my mind after I was like, I gotta make sure I'm not looking at these too long, or it's gonna keep sending them to me. Was
honestly, do you know there's a setting? So what I did, there's a setting where you can put words that you don't want to see in your feed. So that was the first thing I did. So I put like violence, war, Kamala Harris, I don't know, like guns, killing, like stuff like that. I just porn, like whatever it hits, and I put all that so I don't see any of it.
Oh, well, the reason I brought it up was because that stuff's just kind of being pushed out at me unwanted and assaulting me. But GPSC is getting banned.
Yeah,
like, how does that make sense?
So,
there's something wrong in the algorithm.
And we still have bots, so it's so weird.
And we still have bots. So I want to. Dave mentioned he's got a huge space coming up on Friday morning.
Oh, I just want to say hi to Doors. It's the first time I see him here. He's my friend. And they're speaking about AI. And by the way, guys, while speaking about it, and they're speaking about virtuals and AI XBT and stuff, I actually bought some AI XBT and some Chaos, which is the token that AI XBT launched.
Wait, which one is it?
Like super small market cap, like super fucking small market cap, super risky. But I was like, okay, I'll like a couple hundreds. We'll see,
What was the other token? Not AIXBT.
Yeah. So AIXBT has his own token, right? And I bought that one, and then also AIXBT launched his or hers or its. Yeah, probably its own token, which is called Chaos.
Chaos.
And
CHAOS.
Yes. And I was just thinking, like, God knows, for now AI XBT is the most popular and it's also launched on virtuals. So I was like, it's kind of cool, and AI launched its own token. So I was like,
I'm so mad at myself.
Okay,
here's the thing: I read the top gainers over the last 24 hours every goddamn day. And virtuals was on there and on there and on there. And I'm like, it's got to be a fad. And I'm watching it every day. And I didn't buy it until like last week, where it's like,
Peace, but like, stop thinking that way. We have 1 year to go. Like, if you keep thinking that way, you're just going to stop. You're just not going to buy anything.
I think part of the problem is I already hold too many projects that way.
That's why you gotta sell the not good performers and put in the good performers.
I'm working on it. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with my ADA bag.
Ooh, yeah.
But
I mean, if a 2x or 3x is your thing, go ahead. I'm more like into like.
Well, part of it too was, year end. I was like, well, why don't I wait? At least if I wait until January, I don't have to worry about the taxes until next year.
Sorry, what did you say?
I read that. I read that they were postponing regulation until 2026 or 2026. I read something about that somewhere. That's what I was actually looking up. Do you have a news article on that piece?
I don't. I did read something last week about it, but I don't know what the I don't have the details on it. Which is I know that there's going to be some. I don't want to mislead people because I don't think I'm not delaying because I think I'm going to avoid paying taxes entirely. I just didn't want to have to deal with the gains on this current coming tax return when I could wait a couple weeks and probably take some profits then. Maybe things will be up a little bit. But I'm probably going to take some profits off of some old coins and mix around some bags in January. You're probably going to see a lot of that going on.
As they say, stop trading and believe in something. I'm sorry, but I'm one of them now. You're going to see that a lot in your timelines now because of me.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Dave, what time is your space on Friday? Let us know. I'll definitely tune in. Unless it's at the same time as the SIP call at 11. Don't make it at 11 a.m., Dave.
And Dave, you'll get your high on our space later, if that's still happening. That's
right. You guys have a space regularly at 2 p.m., right?
Yes. But I don't know. Maybe he's now too busy with his pads and his other things. So
8 a.m. That's when I do the morning show, and Fridays it's with Jack. Probably won't be able to make it. Well, I do it at 8:30. Maybe I'll tune in at the top and say hi before the show. 8 a.m. I never seen Dave up that early.
Maybe he just hasn't slept yet. But don't worry, he'll pass out soon.
He's waiting for you to tell him specifically, hello, Stacksy. He feels snubbed by you.
Yeah, but like, I don't do things on demand. You know that, guys.
Oh. I mean,
that's our thing, okay? We'll figure it out. Anyway,
it's about how you ask.
What?
It's all about how you ask.
Exactly. And he invited you to the break yesterday, you know.
For everyone that's watching, what you have to do right now, especially if you're on X.
Buy my NFT?
First, you need to search up at GPSC_BTC and give the homie a follow because he lost his account and he's a huge contributor to our space. He's helping everyone out. He mentioned like 5 projects he's helping in about 2 minutes when I asked him how his weekend was. You know, we need this guy to have a broader reach than what he's been kind of kneecapped to right now. And look,
honestly,
he's still here.
To you for the strength to do it again, because I think if that would happen to me, I'd be over with X at this point. Like I'm like, no, okay.
No, we'd ask you kindly to keep pushing forward, and we'd support you like we're supporting him. You know, same thing would happen. We'd keep you in, but yeah, it is scary.
Quite discouraging.
I don't know. I'm not sure who Doors of Wana, Janua.btc is. But
he's a really big stack guy, and he's my friend as well.
Yeah,
so, he hasn't been lately too much active, but he was like 1 year ago a huge Wellstream and stacks person when I just started. Oh, Bull Hunter's here as well. GM.
Yeah, it's GPS_BTC and like January. Okay, Januana. Janua.
I think we're all trying to like pronounce it in our head.
It's a little awkward. It's not our typical syntax, I think. That's the issue. What's up, Bolo Pick? How are you today, man? Yeah, I had it happen to me in January. And while I don't think anything I did was actually super egregious, I know I was going very, very hard for the Node Rocks. I love the Node Rocks. I think it's a great community, by the way. If you're in Ordinals, check out the Node Rocks. They are a yin-yang collection, so there's actually 2. There's a curse and a regular inscription. Now there's actually two inscriptions. They're awesome. I love the Node Rocks. And I was a little bit too vigorous in my expressing my love for the node rocks, and I might have inappropriately added Elon a couple times. That probably was the violation that got me suspended permanently. But I also think that I'm a good actor.
But what about freedom of speech? I'm sorry.
What's that?
What happened to freedom of speech, by the way?
Well, I think it borders on harassment. If you're tagging people that have nothing to do with what you're actually saying, if you're constantly tagging Magic Eden, trying to get them to give control of the creator dashboard to a community project, like Node Rocks. That also is something I was doing, which was we were successful. We actually got Magic Eden's attention, and we were doing that. But I think at some point the platform considers it to be abuse of the platform, right? So we have to follow the rules.
Let's rewind a few minutes ago. You didn't ask to see what you were seeing in your feed, basically up in your face,
Right. So, I was not looking for that. I mean, it was very graphic.
Yeah, exactly. You don't look for that. I would be feeling like
tools involved,
so I would see like random genitals like that I don't want to see. Like that's literally like abuse, mental abuse.
Right. I mean, especially for an old guy like me, it could keep me up for hours now. I wasn't expecting that. That wasn't where my head was. Now I can't. Right.
So and for me, it's the same with the violence. Like I already blocked all the words related to violence, but I still see how that woman got burned in the subway or stuff like that. I'm like, I don't want to see that. Like, can I, like, my brain, I want to protect my brain, but like, why are they or the algorithm deciding what I see? Like, I don't want to see that.
Nobody Famous is suggesting that we should put it on to our feed to only people we follow, which maybe that's a good idea. And to be honest with you, like, while that was unpleasant, I wasn't looking for that content. I brought it up for a specific, to kind of for the juxtaposition, where that is kind of like a violent assault, just putting that information in front of you, just putting that in front of you. But why is GP getting banned?
That's absolutely horrendous. And especially if we also like that, there's no point that we can reach out and like he can like explain, and we can all like sign something and say he's real and he didn't, and that there was no pre-warning. I absolutely don't understand how this and free speech goes together. Like, unbelievable.
Yeah, but
yeah, I don't. If I knew exactly what it was that got me banned, I would be able to grow from this, right? Like if I did make a mistake and then I can see like the report, like, oh, it was this post,
and you will never do it again, right? Now you're just going to be terrified. Now you're just
like, you don't know what you did wrong. You don't know. You could have actually stopped that behavior sooner if you had gotten some kind of a warning specific to the behavior. So the process is not great, and it seems kind of arbitrary to a large degree. But what are you going to do? Hold on. This is great.
Guys, should we quickly before we finish speak about the AMA today?
One second. I just want to. Nobody Famous said something important. GPSC got banned as a reminder that none of us creators own the platform, and that's true. X is a great opportunity for us to be able to communicate beyond the limitations of other social media platforms that are more censorship prone and less open, but it is still a centralized entity, and the users have literally no say and almost no recourse in the matter of anything on there. You're using the platform at your own peril, and anything that happens on there, you're not getting result. You're not getting anything. So they can make up any reason, and that's probably why the paradigm is like it is now. They don't want they want the good the good image of being open and an option for opposing censorship or being more free speech oriented, but they're still a centrally controlled top-down entity.
I have lately read a story on Twitter, obviously, about a guy who was publicly criticizing Musk, and they took away his like how it's called, the blue tick, and they don't allow him to have how it's called, I forgot, like the subscription basically.
Verification?
How it's called, I forgot the word. Yes,
Subscribers.
yeah, so they don't allow him to get verified, and just because so basically it's freedom of speech, but then whatever is something against Musk, then they try to and they stripped him from the revenue share as well, and he had like a super huge following, and just from one day to another he got his verification gone, and all
it's going the same way as Google with YouTube. You know, YouTube used to be an open forum. You could actually go and post videos about whatever. And as corporations started seeing it as a way to distribute information and reach different audiences, it's the same way they control the mainstream broadcast media now. They do it through advertising. When you watch, like, I'll put on CNBC, especially if there's like certain financial stuff happening, like we talked about. The part of the news was about the FOMC meetings later this month, and so I'll watch CNBC, and like at least half of the commercials are for pharmaceutical products, and a lot of times they're for pharmaceutical products that have a very small niche audience. There's absolutely no reason for them to be spending so much money advertising like anti-AIDS drugs or AIDS support drugs for people with AIDS. It's such a small percentage of the population. There's no actual financial benefit to advertising these drugs, but they're not advertising the drugs to sell the drugs. They're advertising the drugs so that they can monopolize the marketing partnerships with these broadcast mediums, so that they can then dictate who's allowed to come on the shows, who's allowed to talk about what, and all of that. And that's
why I don't own a TV.
That's the same thing that happened on X before Elon bought it. It's the same thing that's going on Facebook. It's the same thing that happened to YouTube. And any centralized entity is subject to the same thing, because at the end of the day, they have to keep generating profits. They generate profits through a marketing partnership model, and so then their advertisers end up with all the power. You know, so we do need to kind of figure out a new way to decentralize media, and so that's part of our mission here. She doesn't consider herself an ex-creator. So this is an important conversation, and it's not something that we're going to get through all of today. But I do consider you a creator on X, even though that's not your main outlet for your creations. Nobody famous. But I do want to actually, we are kind of running on some time, because I want to get this, I want to try to wrap up by 9:30 so that we can all be ready for the 10 a.m. AMA, and we should talk about that a little bit, because I do think, so there's a lot of people that feel, so the AMA came about because there's been a lot of chatter in the space, a lot of frustration with the communication with the communication from core entities in Stacks, and some people are calling for better marketing. Not sure that that's the issue, but I do think that there's some opportunity.
It's one of the issues for sure, as well.
Yeah, but I think it's more of, so, and we'll have these conversations today and during the space.
Hopefully, if we get a chance, though, or it's gonna be like pre-selected. I don't know. I just want it to feel warm like it is now, because that's how it should feel.
Yeah, I'm on the panel. I'm not afraid to ask anything, and I'm gonna do it. I'm not looking to. Here's the thing. This isn't a we're mad and we're going to express our frustration. This is a figuring out how to move forward so that we can have better
and don't feel this separation, right?
Better processes, right? How do we improve the communication? How do we make sure that we are all on the same page? And there's a number of examples, but one of them is we hosted, on top of doing the shows and hosting a bunch of specials for SIP calls, like for SIP improvements and stuff, which you got on in a number of ways. We've also been hosting the SIP calls on Friday. And then we've also been, we've been integral in trying to promote like SIP 28
for free. Add that for free.
SBTC.
And no one even knows up there. That's what I mean.
But it's not. I'm not looking for recognition on that. I think that the issue is, so when SBTC launched, the day it launched, I didn't know until I tried to mint some that I had to mint a minimum of 0.01 BTC. So I didn't have that ready in a wallet.
I also didn't know there was a cap. And we are the people that giving out the info to others, right? So
I didn't know that there was a 5% reward.
Yeah. Marketing is telling you, or content at least.
I'm covering this. I'm trying to get this information together so I can bring it out to other people. If I'm not finding it while I'm looking for stories, there needs to be a better channel to find this information for the community, especially the community that are out putting out stories and stuff. So what I think needs more support than anything else, and there's a number of things that the community can do, but I think more regular back and forth two-way communication so that we can take feedback from the community and filter it up, and take responses from the core entities and filter it and distribute it down and out, so that we have this cycle of information going regularly. Like one AMA isn't going to solve the problem, but it can kind of get the conversation going.
Definitely, yeah. I'm curious. I hope it's going to be better than last time. I hope it's not going to be so formal. I hope we can actually speak like we speak now without having, and I hope everyone who has questions will be able to ask them.
Yeah, well, and
yeah, same. That's kind of what I want, is just to see how Munib reacts with the community, like how he can see what that interaction looks like.
It would be nice that he's part of our whole conversation.
Yeah, exactly. And to see what I know that it's going to be kind of hard to get some things out of him, but it's a step in the right direction. I think that if there's more of this going on, that people will feel more confident in building here, and that's what we need is for our builders to have confidence in what they're doing. So hopefully this is taken as a step in the right direction, and we have multiple of these AMAs going into the future to where people can come and voice their concerns and kind of talk about what they got going on as well. So it's really cool to see him get involved. So we'll see.
I mean, we are the people they're building it for, I guess. No, we are the users.
We are the users, and we are also the builders. GP is building stuff. You building stuff. I'm building stuff. Nobody famous who's chatting with us is building stuff. Dave, who was on here, is building stuff. Bolopic is involved in a bunch of projects. Trippin' Monkey's building stuff. There's all sorts of people in our community that are building. I'm just scrolling through Reese. Reese is building stuff. These are just people that said hi to us this morning on the show. And we go into these spaces. Rubes is building stuff. Rubes is hosting the space. Jack is building stuff. I think Jack's going to be on the panel. I know he was invited. George is building stuff. He's going to be on the panel. He was invited. So there's
Wait, so there's a panel and there's not going to be like that we can just request and speak?
It's going to be both.
Okay.
There's going to be I don't know the exact format because it
I'm just curious, who was deciding all of that, by the way?
It came down from Rubes. Rubes and Yanib decided to do the space. Rubes put out a post on Saturday about tagging me, George, and Jack as being part of a panel. I then posted, I tweeted it out to a bunch of people. I tagged a bunch of people in the community so that we can get as much participation as possible. And we do. We're not trying to gatekeep this. This is an open forum, so we are going to let people come up and talk that have questions. But it's also going to be organized to some degree so that we're not a bunch of people yelling questions without having a chance to answer and stuff like that. You know, we want to have a real discussion. This isn't just a bitch fest either, right? That's not what it's about. It's about making things better and moving things forward. So, but I do think, so there's definitely been the amount of energy that came out of the D grants process. And I know it sounds small, but I can't tell you guys enough how much of an impact that had on me in my capacity to get to know who was in the space, who's building stuff, what they're building, what they're trying to build, what the foundation does, what it is, and all of that. Like that all came out of the D grants process, the Hero Gamer and all of the stewards, Good Kitty and Gordon and Hattie and everybody else that was participating. There was a lot of people putting in time and effort for free, voluntary effort to move forward a decentralized grants process, bootstrapping new projects in the space. That is actually a huge value add, in my opinion, the way it was designed, the way it was carried out. Not just that there is a decentralized grants process, but that the people involved were involved for the reasons that they were and to the extent that they were. Don't think that there's been enough recognition of the impact that that's had. Personally, I think that there needs to be a lot more recognition of that, and it needs to be supported to move forward. There's because that was integral. The amount of energy. So since D grants finished the application process and the awardees and everything, and then just kind of wound down, I've noticed a correlation between the energy in the space winding. And I'm not saying that this is why. I'm just saying that the energy in the space has wound down since that went kind of quiet. We don't have the same people aren't there. There isn't the same opportunity. Nobody's applying for grants, so nobody's trying to think of what they can do. Nobody's innovating or.
I feel it even on me. Like before, I was only working with Stacks projects, and I was so loyal. But then I realized I'm loyal to you guys because we are friends. I'm not loyal to them because none of them even follows me. They don't even know I exist. So, and I'm repping their name and promoting daily.
So, you are such a huge value. You are a huge value add to the community. Both of you, and I know I am too.
So is everyone.
I'm not looking for them. It's fine because it's permissionless and it's decentralized, and that's okay. Like part of it is if there were more corporate-oriented advertising from Stacks and more corporated media coming out of Stacks from a centralized entity like Trust Machines and more of that, there'd be less space for someone like me to do my project. It wouldn't be as even necessary because all of this stuff would be happening regularly. So we're just figuring out how to do things in a new paradigm too. But I do think that we need to get more constant two-way communication flow, and however that works and however that looks, I don't know exactly yet. My suggestion is that we create some kind of committee, like community leader / media creator committee, where we meet once a week with representatives from the core entities and just kind of hash out, hey, this is what the community is saying. And you guys are doing this. They tell us, hey, we're doing this, and we can bring that out to the community.
Yeah, for example, about SBTC, this is all the info guys who wants to create, like, for you to create, like, content, like, so we would know. Or I have a lot of things that I haven't had, but, like, I want to share on the space, so.
Yeah. So it's 9:33. So we'll wrap it up here. I'll give you guys each a chance to give us a final word. Stacksy, what's your final word of the day?
I think I just realized that I stayed literally for the people, not for anything else. For everyone I've met, for everyone who's building stuff that I'm doing content for, and I think I come back here daily for that. Nothing else. So with or without them, we have each other. So
you're saying that the community is a huge value add.
I think that I just realized that that's the only thing I care. I don't even care as much about anything else besides what we have built for each other here.
No, well, it's kind of self-feeding, right? The tech is designed around an ethos, and the community that's built up around it is people that adhere to that ethos. Decentralization, collaborative effort, open source, always learning, innovating, and focusing on, permissionless, trustless exchange and all of that. And so the community that's built out over that ethos is a very strong community because we share these ideals to a large degree. Not everyone is actually here for that, by the way. There are people here to extract value, and only that.
Yeah, but that's not us, though. That's not us.
Oh, that's not us. That's not us. That's not the core group of people here. The core people, the people that are sticking around. The people that have stuck around the last couple of months aren't here for that.
No.
So I agree, though. I think that there's something to be. Nobody says the community has to learn how to be its own hype man here. And I don't think that that's wrong, but I think that we do need more information back and forth. We need more collaborative effort, more cooperation in messaging and communications between the community and the core entities. I think that's how we become our own hype man effectively. GP, what do you got for us?
Yeah, man. I just really thankful that I'm here with, I'm here for the people, and I'm really thankful for all the support that you guys have been giving me through all this, all this noise that I'm going through. It's, thankful to still be here, still be building, working on something bigger than myself. So, I'm just trying to keep the frequency high and keep loving the room and, keep my head down building. So
you're amazing.
Thankful for you guys.
You're amazing.
Right on. Thank you, guys.
We're all so grateful. I love it. Let's go and make this AMA. Let's try to.
Don't be negative.
For everyone who's listening, when Nipa's going to be there, let's show him how cool we are, how fun we are, how creative we are, how smart we are, without it being too heavy. I hope he managed to do that. So he leaves it understanding a little bit what we're asking, but also feeling good.
Yeah, that's what I expect is going to happen. Actually, that's where I think it's going to go.
I hope we can keep it positive and not too dark.
Yeah,
so he wants to come back and do it again.
Yeah, well, I'll keep it copacetic. Don't worry about that.
Good. Okay, see you guys later. See you in
the real questions out there too. We do need to get the real questions out there. So you guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Stacksy and GP. I love you guys. I am PeaceLoveMusic. We are DeOrganized Media coming at you live in partnership with our good friends at BitcoinLive, Decentralized Broadcasting. And come in about just over 20 minutes, we got the AMA space hosted by Rubes, I believe, with Munib. Come on out. participate, ask questions, and let us know what you think. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace out.